The wise men followed the star. Matthew 2 Bible story for kids. Have you ever looked up at the night sky, and been amazed by all those twinkling stars? Long, long ago, a very special star appeared. It wasn't just any star, but a guiding light that led some important people to the most important baby ever born. Let's learn about the wise men and the star. Who were the wise men? Super smart. The Bible calls them magi. These weren't just ordinary men, they were super smart. They were like scientists and scholars who studied the stars and knew a lot about God, maybe kings. Some people believe they were kings or important leaders, from a land far, far away from where Jesus was born. Special gifts. They had special skills and knowledge, and they used those gifts to search for Jesus, the amazing star. A brand new star. One night, the wise men noticed a brand new star in the sky. It wasn't like any star they had ever seen before, a sign from God. They knew the star was a special sign from God, announcing that something amazing had happened. Leading the way, this star wasn't just shining, it was moving. It was like a map in the sky, guiding them to the place where the new King of the Jews was born. Following the star on a long journey, packing up, the wise men were so excited. They packed up their camels with gifts, and everything they needed for a long journey. Can you imagine riding a camel across the desert? Following the light day and night, they followed the star. It must have been an amazing adventure. They trusted that the star would lead them to where they needed to go. Arriving in Bethlehem finally, the star stopped over the town of Bethlehem, right over the house where Jesus was living with Mary and Joseph. Special gifts for a special king, fit for a king. The wise men knew this baby was a king, so they brought him royal gifts. Gold is a precious treasure, perfect for a king. Frankincense. This is a special perfume, with a sweet smell, often used in worship. Myrrh is another valuable incense, sometimes used for healing and to anoint kings. Why is this story important? Jesus is king. It shows us that Jesus is the King of Kings. Even important people from faraway lands came to worship him. God's amazing plan. God used an amazing star to guide people to Jesus. He has a plan for everyone, and he can do amazing things. Special gifts. The gifts the wise men brought showed that Jesus was a king, God, and healer. Fun activities. Stargazing. Ask a grown-up to take you outside tonight to look at the stars. Can you find any constellations like the Big Dipper? Draw a picture. Draw the wise men following the star to Jesus. Be creative and use lots of colors. Be a wise man or woman. Give a gift to someone in need. It doesn't have to be something expensive, just something to show you care. Maybe you could make a card for someone or help them with a chore. This story reminds us that Jesus came for everyone, no matter where they live or who they are. Just like the star guided the wise men, Jesus can guide us through our lives if we follow him. Lessons for kids. The story of the wise men teaches us several important lessons. 1. Follow God's guidance. The wise men trusted the star God placed in the sky and followed it faithfully. We can also trust God to guide us in our lives. 2. Worship and honor Jesus. The wise men showed their love and respect for Jesus. By worshiping him and giving their best gifts, we can honor Jesus by offering him our love, time, and talents. 3. Be brave and obedient. The wise men's journey was long and difficult, but they remained faithful. They obeyed God's warning to avoid Herod, showing courage and wisdom. Conclusion. The story of the wise men is a beautiful example of faith, worship, and obedience. By following the star, they found the greatest gift of all, Jesus. Let us also seek Jesus with all our hearts and bring him our best gifts, just like the wise men did. Remember, this story is not just about a journey to Bethlehem, it's about the journey of our hearts toward Jesus, our Savior and King.